Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Real quick, when I say live, what I mean is that I'm recording myself right now in real time, seeing information, seeing the data for the very first time. In other words, I don't know what's coming next. So if you are looking for a video where someone's doing a trade recap or talking to with hindsight in their favor, this won't be a video for you. But if you are open to the idea of an unscripted, nitty-gritty, raw look into what it's like to be a day trader and how day trading can play out, then I'm confident you'll find value here in this video. So market just opened up. So you're watching this first 1 minute candle bar form here and watching Tesla out of the opening gates, but not going to take anything within the first minute. Want to just see and look around here a bit. Opening minute, especially on Tesla, can be very volatile. So I'll go ahead and pause the recording software for now, and I'll be back if I see some sort of opportunity. Okay, watching 52.75 here as a potential short on KMX. Actually, wow, that's a very volatile one. Going to go ahead and get short here at 52.84. Oh, this might be short-lived. Not looking good. Got to get out there. So that was a quick loss. Wow. Still interested if it comes back down. Perhaps my timing was just off. Yeah, 52.75 looks fantastic if it wants to come back into play. No idea if it will. But yeah, I'll take that setup all day long. Just didn't work out in that situation. So down 364, no big deal. I will go ahead and pause. Well, maybe, just maybe, it's going to come back into play. Keeping an eye on it. And again, Clay, why aren't you still holding if you think it's going to come back into play? Keyword being think. I don't know. This thing could very well keep moving up. And in that situation, my loss keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So big difference between think and know. Yeah, I think it could come back into play, but I definitely don't know that. And at some point, you just got to, wave the white flag. I will go ahead and pause. Watching 53.50. It does not seem like this thing wants to keep moving up. So 53.50 watching very closely. I'll go ahead and pause. Okay, maybe it's coming into play now. I was going to mention that, if I could get a move up through here and then have it come back down, that would be an even more of an ideal situation. Which just may be happening. So I'm watching 53.75. Again, 53.75. In at 53.79. And let's see if this thing can start to come down. Let's see if this is going to be the rollover. Again, I'm in at 53.79. First key break, 53.50. Don't like how it's getting hung up around here, but let's give it a chance. All right, there is 53.50 for a very brief second. I don't like that big bid in there at all. I don't like that in there at all. I do like the chart pattern though. All right, that big bid, excuse me, I think is out of there. All right, I will go ahead and pause for now, and if it looks like it's going to start to get more in my favor, or hopefully not, but come up against me, and I have to take my second loss on it, then I'll get the video rolling. Well, I do have a question. Do I want to maybe add at 53.25? Because that would be confirmation that I'm getting some movement in my favor. So maybe I will add some more, 53.25, add to a winner. But let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. First, the thing's got to come down there. Because as of now, this area is being very, very stubborn. All right, I'll go ahead and pause. All right, knocking on the door, 53.50. Can it get through? Big buyer in there. So it took off 50 shares just because at this point, not quite sure it wants to get through that level. There we go. Okay. All right, this has been a very, very disappointing move here. Oh, no. How am I? Okay, now I'm long 600. All right. So that was a mistake. Somehow I got long some shares there, which I did not want to do. So wouldn't that be funny if this bounces? But now down 170. So that was... I mean, yes, it was a winning trade, but a very disappointing trade because I finally got that break, and I'll try to be, optimistic here. I'll try to have a positive attitude. At least I didn't add, because as of now, had I added and this thing snapping or bouncing back against me, would not have been a good feeling at all. So I'll try to look at the glasses half full here. Maybe I should just stick with Tesla, which is one I'm usually trading, and this thing is just... wow, straight down. All right, I'll go ahead and pause, but now down, I don't even remember, what was I down, like 360 something? Now I'm down 170. But yeah, KMX, definitely a disappointing trade. Got that break, started to move, and then that fast. Look at that, ridiculous. So again, I'll look at the glass half full. I'm glad not only did I not add, but I'm also glad that I just, noticed that things were going right. Now, I should have held, right, because I was long. But I say that jokingly because, yeah, it's easy to say that now. But, all right, I'll pause. All right, watching Tesla here at 134. If it can get up to that area. Maybe even 133. Yeah, in there at 133.19 on Tesla. Very basic premise here. It's either going to come up here through 133.50 and take me out, or this thing's rolling back over. Right now, at the top part of that range, but we'll see if it wants to come back down, revisit the bottom, and then break down through it. Only 150 shares, so I'm not going to make a bunch if it goes in my favor, but the nice thing is I'm also not going to lose a whole lot if it does not go in my favor. So now we're knocking on the bottom part of the range, just a question of who's ultimately going to win out. Well, that might have been it. This thing might be, yep, looking like it's going to head up through and got to get out. All right. So lost 50 bucks on that one again. Now the question is, if it comes back down, do I want to take it at 1? 133 again. And I do, because maybe my timing was slightly off here. So in at 133 now. And let's see if I can finally get some continuation. Or let's see, maybe I just got suckered back in. And I'm in at 133. Just a question of, does this thing wanna break down through that 133 mark? All right, I'll go ahead and pause. All right, approaching 133 again. Will it break and finally get continuation? Oh, never mind. Back up it goes. Well, kind of coming there. All right, there's the break. Can we get continuation? So it took off 50. Could still be a losing trade. Do not like the way it continues to hesitate here. So still have 100 shares left. All right. So basically a nothing burger. Got the break as you saw, and now look at this candle. So maybe today is going to be one of those days where nothing is going to give you continuation. Remember that on KMX? That thing was a nasty move right there, looking like a nasty move. Got the break, started to come down, and now you can see very well. And look at that. Well, that's disappointing. And you know what? If this is what kind of market it's going to be, I'm just going to go ahead. Have I been recording? I think I hit record. Yeah. Is this video really a 12-minute one? Doesn't. I guess, yeah, not make sense. There was kind of a lot of sitting around and waiting to then get the break and then have it do exactly this, go against me. So if this is the type, because this is the move I was looking at, the 134. Choices, choices, choices. But that's the spooky market now when you know that, again, got the move, waited, was patient, started to get the move, and then to just see it do the exact opposite, just like KMX. So this sort of market only being down 200 bucks, I'm actually feeling quite good about that. All right, I'll pause because maybe, just maybe. No, I mean, what am I? Yeah, no, I didn't just wrap it up because, yeah, I'd like to try to, get that loss back, but that's very silly. That's very dangerous in this sort of market. So I'm just going to call it good. Sometimes you got to know when to be done, and when this is the sort of price action, at least maybe for your strategy, this sort of price action works fantastic. If you like to try to play fake breakdown, stuff like that, then yeah, this sort of movement here has been absolutely fantastic for you. But when I'm looking for breaks and then to get continuation and all that, and I'm not looking to try to take out little micro scalps. I mean, had I been looking for 15 cent, 25 cent moves here or there, yeah, everything would have been fine. But for what I'm trying to do, this is just not a conducive market for that. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. Like I said, sometimes you just got to know when to be done, and this is one of those days where it was a tricky market, disappointing market. But I could. 133.50, 134. That's about another $75-ish risk. Yeah, why not? I can risk I'll risk 75 bucks. So watching 133.50 now. I'll go ahead and pause. All right, maybe coming into play here. In at 133.50. So again, beautiful candle, beautiful location. Am I going to get continuation? Or is this thing just going to do what it's been doing, and I'm going to look really stupid for saying, Clay, I should be done because this is not the type of market, and then I take a trade? So there's a very real potential that I'm going to look extra stupid, but there will be a learning lesson here to, you know what, sometimes you should be listening to those instincts. But this is just such a good setup. I mean, I would be silly to not take this setup. All right, I'll go ahead and pause. All right, this thing is maybe going to start to go in my favor. Really like 133. Doesn't want to break down. There we go. Got small portion off at 133. And as would be expected, finding some support up around this area. So I'll go ahead and take another 50 off there, which is good because I was risking 50 cents, so I'll take the 1-to-1, but if I can get some more off down here, that would be great, but at this point I might overstand my welcome knowing the environment that we're in. Yeah, and seeing that quick bounce. Took off another 25 at 132.97. Let's see if I can get off these 25 at 132.75. There we go. So took those off there. So good. I'm glad I took that trade. You know, like I said, was risking 50 cents and made a little over a 1-to-1. So that's good. And I'll take it. But like I said, that one was never designed to get me green. Because now in hindsight, yes, I should have taken bigger size because I would have been, I could have wiped away that loss. But remember, that's a two-sided coin because, well, what happens if it would have gone against me? Then that loss would have been even bigger. So it's always easy to sit here and say, I should have done bigger size, right? As a trader, when you know what happens and when you know you're right, the voice is going to be, you idiot, you should have done more. But if you're wrong, or had I been wrong, what's the voice going to be saying? The voice is going to be saying, hey, good job. Good job. You managed that well. Good job with your position sizing. So you got to remember confirmation bias, right? It's always going to, confirm your bias. But for me, this was a tricky market. And actually, all things considered, very, very happy with how it has turned out. I gotta move on with my day though. It's 10:02, 30 minutes. I'm 2 minutes over what my goal is. I do the be done in 30 approach, meaning on average want to be done after about 30 minutes. So yeah, tricky market, but I'm happy with how I played it. Managed to, quote unquote, only be down 111 with commissions. Let's call it 125. So 125 down, I'll take it. Nothing that can't be overcome. So if you enjoy these live trade videos, if you enjoy the transparency of just showing, because yeah, I'd much rather be showing a video where I'm making $1,000 or $500 or whatever. But these days happen too, and you just got to do your best to navigate them. So thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. Like I said, if you enjoy, hit that like button, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you back for the next one. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.